Hello, welcome back to Zentangle Explore. My name is Esther Piszczek. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and this is a class where we combine Zentangle patterns with very slow drawing. All you will need is a couple pieces of small watercolor paper or something you can hold in the palm of your hand, and some pens. Any pen will do. This is 01 Micron, but pens, colors, whatever you have, even if you just have a regular pen from your desk, that will work. And so if you can draw a line really, really slowly, then you are in the right place. So we're going to start out with a brief meditation, and then we will draw one Zentangle pattern really slowly. So get nice and comfortable in your seats or wherever you are. Close your eyes if you like. I'm going to close mine. Just settle into your space, feeling the chair, the seat, or the floor beneath you. And allowing all of you to just rest on that space and allow it to hold you completely as you find your breath. Nice inhale, nice exhale. With every inhale, bringing in new oxygen, fresh new air. Every exhale, releasing any tension in your body. Allowing gravity to pull you more completely into your space. The feeling of safety, it will hold you. That wherever you are, will hold you. And with a nice inhale, there's a little stop at the top. On the exhale, a little stop at the bottom. Just notice your breath. You don't need to change it. Just notice the flow. Gentle expansion of the inhale. A little rest. A little nap at the top. A gentle contraction of the exhale. Oxygen coming in. Carbon dioxide going out. All day, every day. Over and over and over again. Regardless of where your attention goes. Right now, our attention is on our breath. And allow that inhale to expand, go up into the clouds, and back from the clouds, all the way through your body on the exhale and into the earth. Big inhale into the clouds, and relaxing, releasing, exhale into the earth. As you fully relax into the space, allowing any thoughts to just be there or just float away on an exhale. You don't need them now. Take a big inhale together. And a nice exhale together. Ooh. Big inhale together. A nice exhale together. One last big inhale together. And a nice releasing exhale. Ooh. Knowing that your breath is there for you at any moment, at any time. Bring your attention back to your breath and its gentle cycle of inhale and rest, and exhale and rest. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Know that whatever we create together will be perfect just as it is. Okay, welcome back. I always love breathing and centering and grounding before drawing. Allows my lines to be slower, my attention to be more focused. All right, I'm going to change my screen. Right, focus, found the focus button. All right, so I have a couple of pieces of watercolor paper here. You can really use any paper you like. It's nice to use watercolor paper in case you want to add watercolor to your drawings later. I'm going to start with one, and we're going to draw one Zentangle pattern really slowly. And this class is all about exploring. So once I teach you the original pattern, it's really up to you to make it your own. You can change any part of it in any way you wish. And so I encourage you to listen to those what if statements that pop into your head. And what if I did this? What if I did that? And to actually follow through on them. So we're going to start. I'm going to start off center actually. Let me grab my light. Okay. So I'm going to start here. It just starts really just with a dot, and then it spirals around. Remember that we're drawing super slowly. Well, and my line's getting a little wonky here, and that's okay. So it's just this little beautiful snail shape. If you're familiar with Zentangle, this will be the beginning of the pattern Printemps, which means spring, and it's spring now, so very fitting. But this is a pattern called Manning, M-Anning, by Teresa Clerk. And notice that I just ended this pattern right here, this little snail tail, wrap that around. And what I'm going to do next is come around here and start again. I'm going to bring that line, it's an aura line, which means it mimics what came before. And then I'm going to run it in. So I'm adding a little bit of a hat. I'll start a little bit lower. You can rotate your tile at any time. You can change the width of this. You can make this little aura wider or narrower. This just rotates around and around and around. You can start a new one whenever you like. So this class is all about exploring the parts of each tangle. And so what are the parts? We have this little spiral in the beginning, and I'm going to start this one just too close because I want to show you how to draw this behind. So we're just going to start the spiral in the beginning. Just give it a loop or two, nice and slowly. At some point, you can close it off with that little tail. Choose where to start your little auras. You can choose whether to have them end at the same space or to leave a little space. Like here, I left a little space in between where each of these met, but they could all just end at the same space. And when I get to this other little Manning or M-Anning, I'm just going to run that line right in there. And I'm going to do something different because I can, and scoop that one around. So you can change any one of these different parameters to this. Spiral, you can make bigger, you can make it wider, you can use a thicker pen, color in these spirals. The ending point you can change. Here I'm building them all up instead of spiraling them around, like this one came around. This one's just coming like a croissant. So however you want to change this is up to you. I really love this pattern because it's super simple, but really versatile. What is really good about a Zentangle Explorer pattern. And it changes. So you can see how this one spirals and then comes around and down to the left. And this one spirals at the bottom and everything grows out of it. So however you want to change this is up to you. You can rotate your tile. Just stay with your breath. These don't have to connect. They can float freely in space. You can do more spirals in the beginning instead of just a couple. You can make it bigger. You could decide that you're going to do multiple little iterations of this. Or a pattern throughout. There's no wrong way to do this. It's just your way. There isn't a lot of black or grounding in this. So one way that you can do that, you could add a creative black in any way by outlining or auraing the entire shape and filling it in, or just adding this little bit of black right in the center. It's your choice if you wish to do this. And you can play with the shape of the aura. How it connects. And I don't expect that yours will look anything like mine at all. Yours are your very own. It's your exploration. I'm just providing a space and a little bit of inspiration. So find something that you really love and take it for a walk with your pen and your breath. And so we're traveling with the idea of this tangle, which is the beginning spiral and then an aura. And it can be an aura of your choice. When you get to another object, just imagine where the line goes and continuing it on the other side. Just pretend you're drawing through that object, whatever that is. Lift your pen, watch where it goes on the other side, and continue. Just breathing, watching the ink flow onto the page. You can reverse that spiral. It doesn't have to start in the same direction every time. You can reverse where you start your aura, the left or the right. Just play. Class is all about playing and allowing yourself the freedom, the time, the space and accepting what is showing up, like triangular spiral here that I've begun, and trusting that what is showing up is valuable and will lead you somewhere new. Because if we judge what's showing up as not good enough or bad or ugly, then we lose the opportunity to one, learn something new, close yourself off to any newness or inspiration that wonky line or imperfect circle would have brought to us. We make ourselves feel bad, which is just never feels good. Stops and closes off the process of discovery because everything shuts down when we judge it and say it's not good enough. I don't like it. I'm starting over. And every time you start over, you may see that as an opportunity to start something new. And of course it is, but it's also a shutting down of the inspiration that was already showing up on the page for you. What I love about drawing is it gives us all kinds of opportunities to come face to face with our imperfect selves and accept them. We accept them every time we accept a line that we didn't mean to draw. Maybe wasn't prescribed in a pattern by so and so somewhere in the world. And we embrace ourselves and our imperfections and our inspiration and newness and new information by being an observer, just witnessing what's showing up, witnessing the feelings or emotions that come with that. Perhaps a feeling of discomfort that might come from seeing a line that you didn't want to be there. Maybe fear that you so-called ruined your piece that you're working on. And all of those feelings are the same feelings we get in life. And perhaps more serious situations. And when we can find a way to accept what's showing up on the page, accept what's showing up through us, accept that it's merely information and an experience that is leading us to new information or a new experience. It's easier to do this, I find, in my life, to accept what's happening in my environment. And it seems that stakes are higher, risks are bigger, consequences more serious. I say to myself, I've been here before. You know what this feeling of discomfort is. I understand what it's like to accept what is coming through me, what is being shown to me as a gift of learning, as a gift of inspiration, as a gift to ask, how can I see this differently? How can I shift my perception, my perspective to embrace this now moment, this thing that's shown up that maybe I don't like or I feel uncomfortable about? How can I bring it in and give it a hug and say, all right, I'm here. I'm here to receive whatever gift or blessing is held within this perhaps uncomfortable moment. And know that even if I don't see that gift or blessing, if I assume that it's there, Then I open to what it has to show me and to teach me. Then when that happens, it's way easier, so much easier to see all the little magical signposts, little synchronicities that are always around us when we turn off our acceptance of what we are experiencing. We miss the opportunity and the information that's held within those little signposts. Just drawing and breathing, slowing down those lines, releasing the grip on that pen, to release mine as I say that, and following whatever inspiration is coming to mind, allowing it to be just as it is. Knowing that whatever your exploration is and wherever it's taking you is absolutely perfect. Because it's bringing you new information and informing your next exploration. And that is fabulous. So you can start a new bit of exploration on a new piece of paper at any time. You do not need to stick with this one or fill the page. It's not about filling the page necessarily. You can add color if you'd like. Really love playing with highlighters because they're just so easy to use and they come in these bright neon colors. Little pointed felt tip. Watercolor is nice, or markers, or crayons, or colored pencils. So fun to draw. Just an endless number of things that you can create when you draw. What you end up with looks absolutely nothing like what you started with, what I started with, then celebrate. That's fantastic because you have allowed yourself to explore wildly and freely, allowing whatever shows up to inform the next iteration, the next line. And that is super fun. And just think if you love drawing, you had this perfectionist thing going on. So every time you started drawing, you decided it wasn't good enough. And you stopped drawing and you started again. And you didn't like that either. So you threw that away and you started again. I mean, you would never draw anything. And isn't it much better to just draw things, learn from them, draw something new, embrace that, and just keep drawing, never giving up on any single one of them? Think of all the glorious things you would draw. So this pattern is named M-Anning, or Mary Anning, who was a fossil hunter a long, long time ago, like when women were not really accepted into the scientific world. You can read more about her on Mary Anning on Wikipedia, or you can check out the drawing visual Step Out by Teresa Clerk on tanglepatterns.com. And Linda Farmer included the story of Mary Anning. It wasn't until after her death that she was really celebrated for the scientific discoveries that she made in geology and fossils. It's very interesting reading about her. I need to slow my line down. I get all excited about what I'm drawing and exploring as I speed up. Back to my breath. Slow down my line. Slow it down. Release the grip on the pen. Can't draw as much if your hand hurts because it's cramped because you're gripping your pen. Allow those lines to be wonky and crazy, just as they are. need more inspiration, you can just say, well, what can I do differently? And doing it this way, what if I did something new? What if I changed the shape of the line? What if I made that line longer or shorter, thicker? What might happen if I look at this in a new way? Crazy lines doing crazy things. No consequences. Ink on paper. Just breathing and exploring. Slowing down. What's nice about this way of drawing is that we have a pen and a piece of paper. We can draw. We have a grocery list. We have an envelope. We have a note card. We have scrap paper. We have a bill. You can even draw on a memo note of a check. If anybody writes checks anymore. I like to draw on restaurant credit card slips, my little server. And I enjoy a nice meal out. My husband, I draw on a credit card slip. You just never know whose day you're going to be brightening with your beautiful and perfect lines. And something that you think is just terrible, someone else might look at it and say, oh my gosh, that is amazing. How did you do that? I like to send art out into the mail and envelopes. Even if I'm just drawing with a highlighter, it's just super fun. Add flowers, super simple things. Doesn't need to be fancy. And you can celebrate it because it's yours. It came from you and through you. And you'll never be able to draw the same line twice, which is super amazing to realize. Okay, these are my drawing explorations. There they are, super crazy wonky. I totally love them. And this is a really great pattern for putting watercolor or something behind, or even adding little stripes of color inside these shapes, whatever shapes you have going on. And what you can do with these is you can put them on cards, you can slip them as, use them as bookmarks. You can leave them in public spaces for people to enjoy. So all kinds of ways to share your beautiful work. All right. Welcome back. Thank you so much for drawing with me. I really appreciate it. If you would like to donate to this effort in drawing, you can find me at paypal.me/eternalpossibility and check out my website at eternalpossibility.com. All right. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.